Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos aquí en un capitulín y más de Metal Gear Solid 5 of the Phantom Pain. A ver en qué nos encontramos. Ayer hicimos solo misiones, puras misiones secundarias, ¿no? Y hoy, pues, creo que nos vamos a lanzar ya poco de lleno a las misiones principales. A ver qué hacemos. Si nos habíamos quedado aquí, ¿no? Donde habíamos ido a conseguir unos planos como misión secundaria. Y pues ahora seleccionamos la lista de misiones principales. Que según veo yo acá, la primera es como un héroe, ya la tenemos. C2W. Destruye el equipo de comunicaciones soviético para evitar que envíen refuerzos entre POA. Pues bueno, aceptar esta misión. Esta está allá. Vamos. Eso está interesante, poder elegir entre misiones principales y secundarias. Está bien, porque un día podríamos hacer misiones principales, y otro día va a echar un poquito más el relax, misiones secundarias. Y con cuidado, porque igual creo que hay gente ahí. Si no estoy mal, tampoco vamos a arriesgar mucho, Ups. Estamos tan lejos, Se veía más lejos, pero estamos cerca. Era esperando que Ocelot nos contacte o Cass para que nos dé un poquito más de contexto y un poco más de inteligencia acerca de la misión, ¿no? ¿Qué es esto?
That wild dog pup. He's a tough little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss?
Es el perro que escuché ayer. Si puedes, es el perrito que había escuchado ayer. Episodio 4 C2W.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility. That wild dog pup. He's a tough little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss?
Mira, ahí está. Es un cachorrito. Mira qué bonito, qué bonito. A ver, está hermoso, Sí, que se lo lleven, yo lo quiero. Me lo hubiera llevado en la misión.
Roger that. We'll pick him up.
Me lo he llevado yo en la misión, pero es un cachorrito que ladra mucho y todavía no está entrenado, entonces... Más seguro es que... hubiera alertado a todos por ahí, ¿no? O todos hubiera servido de distracción, ¿no? Porque todos se hubieran... Ojito. Bueno, el caballo sospecha menos que verme a mí ahí. Pero hubiera servido también de distracción, no lo pensé así. Hubiera intentado, ¿no? Aunque quién sabe a ciencia cierta si nos hubiera seguido el cachorro, ¿sabes? ¿Podríamos evitar? Quiero ver si funciona esto de irnos escondidos así por el lado del caballito, a ver si... Ojo, mira, aquí la tormenta de arena vino justo a tiempo. Creo que ya no podremos ir a caballo. Un poquito más arriba. Tenemos una mejor vista, una mejor panorámica.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
¿Dónde estará? No sabemos a ciencia cierta dónde está, Estamos en el área, pero ¿dónde estará el equipo? Es otra cosa. ¿Será eso? No. Estar aquí arriba, ¿Qué es ese ruido?
значит, что она не местная.
Слушай, если видишь ее, скажи мне.
Не проблема. Она исчезает так же быстро, как и появляется.
Что значит исчезает?
Никто не смог подойти к ней достаточно близко. Поговорить.
Похоже на привидение.
Слушай, привидение или нет, я бы не отказался.
Точно. Ладно же, увидимся.
Qué curioso. ¿Será alguien importante? Está ese jodido equipo. Oh. Por amanecer, ¿sabes? Entonces no me conviene mucho que... Chingados, no se muere.
That radio transmitter is used to relay messages between outposts. Take it out and the mission's complete.
¿Cómo lo tomamos? No es como lo hubiera querido, pero... Bueno, ya está. No es como lo hubiera querido definitivamente, pero... ya está. es eso? ¿Cómo lo hacemos? ¿O hay que destruirlo?
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
¿Eso era todo? También como lo esperaba, sí, ¿verdad? Pero entonces tomamos la otra misión. ¿O cómo? Misión, área de transmisión transcurrido. ¿Cuál es? Espérate. Ah, eso es secundaria en la misión,
Alright, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete, boss.
Bueno, eso estuvo bastante rápido, una misión cortita y de las principales, episodio C2W y la terminamos, ¿no? Me hubiera querido que... ¿Qué les pasó a los miembros de la antigua base madre? Eso lo podremos escuchar, ¿no? La unidad de desarrollo de base ha sido establecida. Está bien.
Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material refinement part. The base development unit procures material resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid.
Ok. Voluntario.
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
Ok. Vamos a ver qué encontramos en Mother Base. Algún diálogo interesante.
Come back!
This is the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though. He'll get bigger? Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you've discovered a real diamond in the rough. A little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands. Dee, right?
bonito. No tiene un
Come on,
igual
Didi.
que nosotros. ¿Qué pasó ahí?
Boss, we've received a back channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top 4 by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Pues lo haré y... escuchar.
Welcome home, boss.
¿Ves? Moral del personal incrementado. Pon a prueba tus habilidades con una serie de tareas. Si cumples con las tareas de la lista de los objetivos, recibirás... Ok, ok. Cumple con tus tareas y recibirás recompensas. Ya sumas enemigos neutralizados. Usando rifles de francotirador. Ah, ya. Bueno, ya se tengo aquí todas mis recompensas, no sé qué, pero yo las estoy tomando. A ver, ya está. Y ya tenemos 2 misiones.
Have a good day, boss.
Ya vamos a ver.
Boss, you don't have enough medicinal plants.
¿Qué dijo? ¿Que no tenemos suficientes plantas medicinales o que sí tenemos suficientes plantas medicinales?
Boss, if you need supplies, let us know.
Gracias, colega. ¿Y cómo la Mother Base, instalaciones de la base? Nos falta. No. Ah, bueno. Bueno, entonces, ¿por qué no se puede? Necesitamos metal menor y recursos combustibles. Ok, ok. Creo que las misiones las vamos a conseguir.
Boss, you don't have enough materials.
Bueno, ya vamos con los materiales, pues. Entonces, creo yo que, pues, aprovechando que salió rapidito esa misión, pues vamos a hacer una secundaria, ¿no? Extracción del prisionero. Obvio. Vámonos, pues. El área de operaciones es distinta. Trasládate a la ubicación correcta del comando aéreo. ¿Dónde es el comando? La ubicación distinta. ¿Dónde estoy? ¿Cómo así? ¿Mm? No entiendo qué está pasando aquí. Bueno, escuchamos el cassette al menos. O todavía no. Pero, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué está pasando acá? Que alguien me explique. Entonces, ¿qué? Base de datos. Animales salvajes. Entonces hay que llevar todo lo que encontremos, Documentación. Estamos empezando nuestra base, así que personal. Damos personal y bien.
Boss, thanks for saving that puppy.
No pasa nada. Arriba, si no estoy mal, creo que había como una base. Así creo que tengo que llamar primero al helicóptero, ¿no? Sets, misiones secundarias. No entiendo.
Give us a development order, boss.
Ok. Vamos a ver, dame chance en lo que averiguo qué hacer. ¿Qué está haciendo esa grúa? ¿Quién la está manejando para empezar y qué está haciendo? Sé que iba a bajar, pero no. Creo que solo había que llamarlo.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Ahora escuchemos el cassette, digamos, de viaje, ¿sabes? Ah, es el que está manejando la grúa. Bueno. Los vehículos ya pueden ser personalizados. Ah, bueno, gracias por el informe. Siento de verdad como el líder, ¿no? O sea, me hacen sentir reportándome todo. Por eso somos el boss. Escuchemos las...
This war. The Kremlin never expected to have this much trouble against the Mujahideen. Afghanistan is a tribal society. Tradition demands that its people stand up to any outsiders who set foot on their land. With the honor of their people at stake, they have everything to fight for. No matter how hard the Soviets hit them, they continue to appear out of nowhere, striking back, then vanishing again. But there's one thing even the Mujahideen fear. Every last one of them. The Soviet gunships. They're highly maneuverable and equipped with massive firepower. Plus, the underside of the fuselage is heavily armored. The Mujahideen can barely scratch them with their small arms. Anyone who hangs around gets mowed down by the gunship's heavy machine guns. This new honeybee weapon that was given to the Hamid fighters, it's no doubt something to help them strike back against the gunships.
which makes it a weapon that could change the course of the war. Those guerrilla fighters known as Mujahideen don't actually belong to a single organization. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic country. You've got the Pashtuns, the Tajiks, Uzbeks, Hazaras, and each of them is split into their own tribes, large and small. Each ethnicity has several rebel organizations that their various tribes gather under. They're united under the banner of jihad, but that doesn't mean they work like a single standing army. Just look at the area around Smasi Fort. A lot of Tajiks used to live there, but they fled after the Soviets started their Scorched Earth campaign. With the area uninhabited, the Hamid fighters, who are Pashtun, decided to move in. The Hamids are based out of the city of Peshawar. We passed through it on the western edge of Pakistan. The Pashtun people have long lived in Afghanistan and western Pakistan. They used to travel back and forth frequently. Then Britain went and established the border that still stands today. The Hamid fighters get generous support from the Pakistani government. The government wants to use them to secure influence over Afghanistan. Their liaison with the Hamids is Inter-Services Intelligence, and behind the ISI, you have the CIA. That's probably how the honeybee ended up in the hands of the Hamid men.
Ok.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they model themselves after us. They're a far cry from the likes of us. But why? 9 years ago we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state. Yes. Sooner or later the real UN would have stepped in. So why are they giving these PFs free reign? That's our fault too. What do you mean? What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics, the lot. Our clients denied all association with the likes of us. They had to make sure things didn't blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away. But still, I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists, they have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them. Cypher stays anonymous, but I know their work when I see it. In the eyes of those clients, the world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short, the world is chewing up soldiers and spitting them out. Even some of the old Mother Base's survivors are still working for PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways. But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations, and that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it. Even Cypher will be below us, an extraterritorial federation of military nations. The United States of Force. Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you. How do you figure? Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you, the legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake.
That's why it's no longer a benefit to Cypher to get rid of you. The very fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher.
Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength.
Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're big boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got.
Some hero.
That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only big boss. Once you've proven that, they won't hesitate to join us.
Curioso. ¿Qué les pasó a los miembros? Eso tenía duda yo. Precisamente qué había pasado con Chico, Amanda, Strangelove, ajá, Chris Walker y Huey.
Snake, do you remember Amanda?
Yeah, I do.
Their revolution was a success. Somoza resigned, and Nicaragua has a new government. Amanda's really working hard for her country to be reborn.
Good for them.
She says she wishes Chico could be there.
That revolution was the dream. For Amanda, for Chico, and their father.
That chopper was no place for Chico to die. I'd like to at least think history will remember his part in the revolution.
When you pick up a gun, there's always a chance you'll die for nothing. He knew that as well as the rest. Now that he's gone, it's up to the rest of us to decide what it was all worth. If we don't, there's nothing to prove that Chico ever lived at all. We're his mark on the world.
Amanda told us that Strangelove contacted her after the revolutionaries came to power in Nicaragua. Strangelove, the AI researcher from Mother Base?
I remember her.
We lost touch with her, till Amanda heard from her out of the blue. She told Amanda she wanted to salvage Peace Walker's dry parts, or something from the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. Amanda passed the request on to her friends in the new administration. She's a national hero now, after all. So Strangelove got a Soviet military aircraft to transport something to somewhere. But apparently the cargo wasn't big enough to have been Peace Walker itself.
So what was it?
Who knows? We recovered Peace Walker's nuclear warhead ourselves 9 years ago. What could Strangelove have been after? Amanda said she didn't mention what her reason was or where she was headed. Nicaragua is a socialist state now. And with Amanda vouching for her, the government didn't feel the need to concern itself with the details. All Strangelove told Amanda was that she was going to continue her research, and that the rest was a secret. Right before the attack, Huey was in the control tower to prepare for the inspectors. He was with them when it all went down. The control tower collapsed with the rest of it struck. His body was never recovered. But he was the one who met the inspection party when they arrived. And he was the one who showed the nuclear inspectors to the tower. You remember the way it went. First he recommends we agree to the inspection. Then he gives them the okay without our permission. All the time acting as if he was doing us a favor. On top of that, he even had the guards disarmed that day. It would send the wrong message, he said. Whatever the angle, it all leads back to Huey. I curse my own stupidity for not realizing sooner. Huey escaped with that unit by chopper. I've been hunting him for 9 long years. The other reason I was operating around Afghanistan was to dig up his location.
Huey's in Afghanistan?
Yes, and I have a good idea where. Now we just wait for the right moment. This time, we'll be the ones using him. He's going to tell us who our guests really were that used a fake nuclear inspection to blast our home into the ocean.
Bueno, es curioso y lo que Strangelove estaba buscando, creo que tengo una idea bastante clara. Busca recuperar la inteligencia artificial de Boss, al parecer, ¿no? Bueno. Entonces... Ah, mira, está lloviendo. Lista de misiones secundarias, ¿será que ya podemos? Bueno, vamos a las misiones secundarias así rapidito. Iniciar, a ver si ya podemos tener otro equipo. usar este. Extracción de la misión. ¿Extracción de la misión dije? Digo, extracción. La misión de extracción. No llegamos. Para una misión de extracción es lo mejor. Sí. Bueno, vamos al carrito de arriba. Sí, es eso, lo mismo que Ground Zeroes, ¿eh? Más. No iba a poder usar el caballo igual. Ah, el mismo lugar donde vamos a romper las comunicaciones, ¿eh? Eso parece fácil, ¿sabes? Ir a casa, tío. Se está tosiendo, no está enfermo.
Ладно, я пошел обратно в казарму. Мне осталось всего несколько дежурств.
Еще один дембель. Мне еще служить и служить.
Посмотришь, что будет зимой, молодой. Тут холодно, как нигде на земле.
Мороз наш друг. С ним душманом живется туго.
Я вырос в Крыму, ты в Беларуси. Совершенно разные места. Кроме того, я наконец-то увижу дочку. Я уже не дождусь.
Ну ладно, хорош.
Увидимся.
Ok. cuenta de eso, Quieto.
Spit it out. Where are the others? Where are your friends?
Oh,
I'm sorry, boss, but the extraction failed. The support unit just isn't skilled enough. If you want to increase the success rate of full extractions in bad weather, you need to improve the support unit.
no. Así que no lo voy a poder extraer. Bueno, el sistema punto primero se ve que funciona, Vamos a quitar alerta ahora. Oh, ey, ya, dispara, cabrón.
Company's given up their search for you. But they're not giving the all clear just yet. Stay alert.
Bueno. ¿Qué otra misión tenemos? Y sacar a la ovejita, lo cual es por otro lado. Ese ya no puedo usar el carro, Ah, no, ¿cómo era? Gracias, muchacho. Ouch. Ya vamos, ya vamos. Todos esos animales, ¿dónde los vamos a encontrar? Por ejemplo, las ratitas, los animales pequeños. Hay que recorrer todo esto a pie, al parecer, ¿no? Bueno, pero eso de los animales y todo eso creo que no es necesario grabarlo, ¿no? Fuera de cámara para más tranquilidad.
That's a medicinal plant called Hauma, otherwise known as Soma. People use it to make a sacred drink for religious ceremonies.
Recursos. ¿Dónde están los animales? No, ¿dónde era? Ya no recuerdo dónde era para los animales. Esas blancas hace falta, No veo mucho movimiento. necesitaríamos ese target, ese objetivo. ¿Cómo lo vamos a hacer? Uy, venía para acá, pensé que estaba yendo para allá. Dame chance, dame chance. No, bien. Paciencia, paciencia. Con sigilo es paciencia.
Spit it out.
Where are your friends? Where are the others? Talk. Where are the others?
Bueno. ¿Y los diamantes?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Se va.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Ahí está. Este es el diamante que supuestamente escondieron. O ya lo había agarrado la vez pasada. A ver si continuaba, me engañó. ¿Dónde? Se supone que era aquí, ¿no? No lo veía. Yeah. Bueno, eso ha sido todo por ahora. Lo vamos dejando por aquí. Ha estado bastante interesante. Y cumplimos ya con las misiones secundarias, ¿no? Así que nos vemos en el próximo capítulo con una principal. Y si nos da chance, secundarias. Así que hasta la próxima.